Okay, I am live. Okay, am I live on TikTok too? I guess I am. All right, let's see what kind of music I can get over here. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna use YouTube's music this morning. This is my uh, free your library. Okay, and let me just put some sound here. Okay, what's going on, crazy funny man? How are you today? What's going on with you? How are you? How are you? Okay, so man, what the heck is going on in here today? I don't know. I'm just gonna be. I think what I decided I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some basic shapes and learn how to make things out of them. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Yeah, that's my plan. Okay, so let me see here. Where can I go? I want to go here to my pad here. And then, I think I could just bring up pictures over here. Let's go over here and use, let's look up basic shapes. Tell you what, we'll take this shape here and we'll save it, and then we'll open it here. Oh man, you've been drawing a lot. Oh, that's good. That's absolutely awesome. Okay, so these are the shapes we're going to be using here. Got about 8 different shapes, right? And then I just need some faces over here to work from. So let me see here. All right, let me see here. So what I want to do is I'm just going to just work with one of these faces here. All right, and then we're going to. Oh, wait a minute. Duh, I forgot to do TikTok. Huh? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Do 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 do. Okay, I think I'm ready to roll. Can I go, if I go, nah, I can't do that way either. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it like this. I'm not sure. Can you guys see my picture on TikTok? Bree, can you guys see me on TikTok? Wait a minute, let me see. It doesn't look like it's showing up here, like my picture's not showing up. Yeah, I know. Oh, I got you. All right, let me know on TikTok, guys. I don't see my face. Let me see. Let me try it again. We'll make sure that I'm live. It looks like I'm live. It's just not showing me the picture. Okay, there we go. All right, looks like I'm in now. Okay, here we go, guys. So we're going to start with some basic shapes here. So I'm just learning like what different basic shapes do. Uh, just trying to make up random characters. I'm not even really drawing anybody in particular at this point. I just want, as a matter of fact, I'm going to take this away here so you don't be confused by it. So this is just about making up characters, right? If you can't make up a character, how are you going to be able to draw a character of somebody? That's a pretty serious question, right? So we got a square head. And then what I like to do is I like to use these right here to help me to make up different little characters. So I might do something like this here. All right, this is a good one. Let me see. Hmm. Right, and then you just use this is the head shape. So you want to get just used to doing this. A lot of the times we take off learning to do caricature, but we don't understand exactly what it is that we want to do, right? So, and we don't take enough time on these parts that are very important to creating an individual's cartoon, right? So you can have a square head on there. We can also have oval heads, okay? And again, I'm just going to split off where my eyebrow line would be at here. I can do something like this, and then once I get here, I go here, and this is when I go south with my hair, right there, okay? So let's just make up these little hairdos, okay? And then over here, we got something right here. I don't know. Let me see. That's something like this. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you got a little cartoon right there. Okay, yeah, that was pretty good, right? All right, guys. Well, anyway, good evening. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. I am doing actually a live stream today. We're trying to raise money for our tent. So I'm just putting in work. So if you guys want to donate toward our tent, thank you so much. I already have our Cash App up there. If you want to use your super stickers or chats, I have goals up there that I already set. I can't use the goal feature on TikTok right now because I'm streaming through Streamlabs, so they don't allow you to use certain little bells and whistles and stuff. So it is what it is. Let me see here. Let me get. What am I looking for here? Oh, I need to make myself a little bit brighter here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Ish. Okay, yeah, that's. All right, there we go. So I just had to brighten myself up a little bit there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, what else we got here? So we got the oval shape. We got a rhombus, which is kind of like this. Right. Then these are the points. Again, we can choose our points here. Come around like an ice cream cone, maybe. So a rhombus can make a shape like that. Right? This is what you want to do. You want to learn how to make up little basic little cartoon characters. Show you how to get yourself together. It's cartoons. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so let's go ahead and start drawing some faces. So let's go to. Let me see here. I won't make this stream long today, guys. So I know it's Memorial Day. You guys are probably out barbecuing and all that good stuff. So yeah. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Okay, that looks good right there. Okay, let's pick our next face here. So again, we're just practicing. How can we build these faces? Draw some different people. Pick out that head shape. See what we can do with it. That was one thing that I took a lot of years to kind of work on, was learning to see the basic underlying shape of a head. It was definitely something different. I wonder. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, okay. I could have went a lot. I could have went with a lot less of a scenic route with that one. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Let's go with. I think with these eyes, I'm gonna use a rhombus shape. Let's see if that'll work out. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that one didn't come out too bad. Whew, I am so tired today, man. I know I ain't got no business yawning on a live stream, but it is what it is, man. Let's see what kind of shape we got here. I wonder. You know what? I wonder if we go like this. Okay, so this one was going to be a octagon. Let's see what shape I can use here. See what that feels like. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with hexagon. I wonder if I go like this. I wonder how that will work out. Let me see something. Wow. Okay, so the upper hexagon is a pretty good shape actually. And it kind of feels the same. I like that. Okay. Okay, just like so. Okay, let me see here. Let's try him real quick. So what shape would that be? Okay. All right, let me see. Now we're gonna go to our features here. What shape can I use there? Okay. Hey, what's going on, Team Breezy Edits? How are you today? What's going on? Okay. Mm. Okay. So again, we're just practicing little mini caricatures, guys, using basic shapes. That's what my practice is today. Something real simple. If you came for something really complicated, probably not a good day. Let me see. And she has a definitely an oval face. Okay. Okay. Oh, sure. Good. Let me see here. And what's this shape right here? This shape is going to be. So I like this shape because this shape has like a. This shape here seems to be pretty popular. But then I'm looking at this shape here. And then another shape that I just saw, which was this one here. Then we got this one here. Hey, what's going on, Jeff? How are you today? What's going on? How are you guys doing today? Thank you for coming out to the stream today. I'm just kind of having a laid back, chill day. It was I did a lot of working out this morning, so I'm kind of tired. But I'm practicing shapes and you know how they translate over into faces. And also we're raising money, guys, for our tent. So our tent got destroyed last week, and we had a weather event that's destroyed the tent, and so now it's going to cost about $900 for us to get in a tent. So we've been doing a collection. So if you guys want to give toward it, that's super awesome. It's like, $5, $10, whatever you can afford. It'd be awesome. So if you feel like you're enjoying the art lesson, I came to give you a little something. And then today I'm actually in expectation of someone being generous. So thank you guys for helping us out with that. Okay, again, we're just talking about how to choose a really basic shape for your head shape. Okay, that's what I'm doing today. All right, let me see here. Let me go with this rhyme. This is like a taller shape up top. Okay, and then obviously we have squares and rectangles. Just draw this little square right here. Maybe a rectangle here. Okay, maybe a circle. Okay. So if I'm looking at her face, I'm seeing how it rounds out down here. So I definitely want something that's round at the bottom. It's going to have to be something round at the bottom. So it can be literally, but no, I don't think that shape will work. What if I made it? If I made it longer and then turned it upside down, I think that would be easier. And then give her a big forehead. And then come over here. And then like this. And then over here. Yeah. Okay. Sounds like a plan. And then. Hmm. Hmm. That could be a good head shape for her. It's really simple. It's plain. I feel like it's a pretty good head shape. Or I could just go with something a little simpler, like just do like this here. Then add the hair. Let's see. It's all about practice, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta. Okay, so that one looks a little better here. Okay. I gotta push this up some. Get with. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and draw that face here. So we're gonna go with. Okay, let's see here. Something like that, I don't know. Okay, that one came out pretty nice. Okay, so that is the basic shapes of that drawing right there. So we're going to go to our next shape and we're going to continue with picking out a basic shape, picking out a basic shape for everything. We don't want to draw, we don't want to practice in a complicated way, but rather in a way that's going to leave us feeling confident that we've learned something here. So let's go ahead and try another face, okay? All right, cool. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate you. Hey, thanks, Crazy Funny Man. Again, these are not like we're not here to flex or show off or anything like that. If you want to if you want to practice with me, man, super awesome. Again, guys, don't forget tips are super awesome. What's going on, Sharif? I didn't even see you there. You to go. Thank you, Sharif. I didn't even see you there. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's go to the next one here. Let's pick some faces out and see what we can come up with. Let's try it. Okay. So let's go through this one, and then we'll just, if you got any questions, just ask away while I'm drawing, okay? Okay. All right, so we can see how those shapes came out. Really good. Our brow line is here. I can't understand late old. If you want, if you know what to draw and don't have a drawing, a shape or basic style. Oh, okay. I'm not understanding the comment. If you could break that down for me a little bit, that'd be awesome. All right, so let's get back to this here. What do those eyes feel like to me? That feels like a bottom shape to me. So uh, I think the best way to do this here is going to be here, and then I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to do this here, and then I'm going to do this here, and then this shape here. So when I'm doing this, I like to I'm discussing some things in my head and try to see. A lot of the times I get to a shape and I just kind of start counting the sides of it. And once I start counting the sides, it kind of just comes to me what it is that I want to do. You know what I mean? Basic pattern. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Okay. Thank you so much, Leo Boys 411. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is practicing with basic shapes 101. Okay. Practice with those basic shapes. Get them. Once you get familiar with them, you'll see that drawing at the end of the day is really how well you can copy shapes. That's all it is, right? How well you can copy shapes. Yeah, how you can copy shapes and see and feel the rhythms in the face as well, because the face has rhythms and points. You know, like when I'm looking at this drawing right here, I see all these points in the head. I see like a line here, right? And as I see that line, then I make, you know, these might be some little points on the end. So what I like to do is when I get to the end of my drawings, I like to almost point toward those things, right? To make smiles. You get what I'm saying? Once I point toward that, that's how the smile happens. But if you don't do it at the same angle or the right angle, then it won't come out right. Let's go ahead and just kind of thicken these brows up some. Okay? And then we'll just go ahead. I'll tell you what. I'll just go ahead and do it real simple. We're going to do some simple cartoons today. We don't care. We're going to keep it simple. That means we can't make a mistake. Usually, mistakes happen when we don't keep it simple. You know what I mean? Okay, so I love the way that one came out. All right. If you guys have a comment or question or anything like that, don't hesitate, please. Also, guys, don't forget to check out our online classes. We do have online classes at rouserworld.com/classes. How are you today, Nickel? It's good to see you. All right, so rouserworld.com/classes. You can take a class with me. Looking forward to meeting you and teaching you what I know or what I've learned over the years drawing caricature. Also, we do have our Patreon page. Our Patreon is our fan support page. Um, we are looking to expand our family. So if that sounds like something you'd like to be a part of, you'd like to be a part of our Patreon family, I think we got a cool bunch of people over there, right? And you'll get to meet some of the different people in the different tiers. You'll also get to see some behind the scenes stuff. So if you're ever wondering what goes on behind the scenes in a caricature artist's head, well, you're going to get to see when you go to Patreon. I share with you some things about my drawing experiences, my journey with drawing, all that kind of stuff is kind of catalog there on our Patreon. So if you once you check that out, we'd love to have you as a member of the family, and it helps us because obviously, well, we this is how, like, let's be real, this is how I pay my bills. So, so if all our bills for the family and stuff like that. So, I appreciate you because when you support me here, it allows me to do more videos for you guys. So, thanks a lot. And then finally, guys, tips are appreciated. This next couple of weeks, I'm doing a fundraiser, if you will. And my fundraiser is to raise money for our tent. Our tent broke. Our event tent, and so it's going to cost us about $900 to get it redone. And so we're just collecting. So if you guys want to help us with that, man, we really would appreciate it. So you can tip at Cash App, $Rouser World. Super awesome, super awesome. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump back into our lesson, guys. Thank you again for hanging out and sticking around. Those of you that are, and I will again not keep this stream very long. I know you guys got things you want to be doing on your Memorial Day or your day off, right? Okay, so let's go to another picture here. We can, let's try this one. She looks pretty. I like the hairdo. So for some reason, the hairdo is nice. Okay, so we want to try that hairdo right there. We'll just move over just a bit. That's not nice right there. Let's just move over just a bit. Okay. Let's see. Okay, guys, here we go. So let's put this one over here to the side. Okay. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to do this picture together. Okay, you guys ready? So let's see what kind of shape that we have here. It's really crazy because at the end of the day, maybe it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, let me see. Let's go ahead and just keep basic shapes, okay? So we're going to go to the hairline. And I'm just going to do what I feel, how I would interpret this hairline right here. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of drop down with a box right here. And on that box right there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to connect my sideburn, right? And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw our ear shapes here. Okay, you ready? So we're going to draw a little ear, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to put a little dot and a line. Okay, and then from that line, we're going to put a circle that comes around here like this. Okay, you see? All right, so now what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the other side of the hair. 1, 2. Okay, and then we'll go to this side over here. And we're just trying to keep everything symmetrical. And so the shape that I'm drawing, is this shape here. Okay. Okay. So this is the shape, but it has hair on the shape. This is the shape, a breakdown, a small breakdown of that big shape. Okay, small breakdown. Yeah, let's go up here, and we're just going to round this top part off. Kind of reminds me of a Marge Simpson. Man, how fun was that to do? Look at that. That's big and fun right there. Right? Okay. Now, let's do this here. Let's do this. We can do that. We can go with the head shape, or we can bounce this to the outside. like a curve, and then we're going to bounce it, and we want to make sure that this is kind of short, so it's going to go here, and then up here. I might have been off with my earring angle a little bit, but we'll go ahead and make our little C shape here, and then here we're going to add a little neck shape here. Okay, so you want to draw slow, you want to draw, you know, it needs to be methodical. You need to be thinking about, like, what shape is that I'm drawing, you know, what am I doing here? Okay, so I'm going to go up here. Okay, and I'm just going to, you know what, I feel like what I want to do is just a basic U shape for her eyebrows because of the thickness and the intensity of the arc. I think that rainbow eyebrows would be a perfect thing here. Okay, so once we got that, then we come down here and we want a flat shape here. So we're going to go flat, and when I say flat, I mean flat, right? We don't need all those nostrils to draw the nose. So I'm just going to draw a little basic little pebble shape that's sticking up in the same manner as her nose. Okay, and then from there we can go ahead and draw our lip shapes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this here, 1, 2, and I'm going to come here, right, and then I'm going to go here. Okay, then I'm going to come off of this line here, big lips, right? Okay, and then we have this shape here, 1, and then we'll come around here. Okay, just like that. Okay, all right, now let's see here, guys. Let's go to our next line, which is going to be kind of like a little bit of a bend in and then an out. Okay, so make that bend kind of close to the nose. Okay, because we're just rearranging it. Over here, I feel like I made a little bit of a miscalculation, but I still feel like I can get that in there. Now, as far as my eyes go, what I'll do is I'll just keep something real simple here. I'm going to go with maybe an American Dad type situation, right? If you guys ever seen American Dad before or any of those, I like to use the eyes that look like, let me see if I can find, let's see if we can find some here for you so we can give you a good idea of the style that I like for beginners. It's a good eye to use and it takes out all the complicated work. So let's just go with circle. Okay, so if you look at these eyes, okay, you can see there's a lot of save image as save. Okay, if you look at his eyes, right, you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, like for instance, if I wanted to draw her, it's not you use generic eyes and you basically cover the features. You be specific about the nose, but really everything else is just, that could be anybody's, you know what I'm saying? But we just looking for what those eyes represent as far as an emotion is concerned. So for her, right, she has a very starey kind of a situation here. So what I want to do here, right, I would think of my eyes here and my eyes here, right? You see? Now if she's staring and you see she has that little line over the eye, what we'll do is we can do like this. Watch. Let's just draw a line out here. All right. See? Like that. Okay? And then you just do like this, look. This is one shape. lighting in there. And then we color the rest of the eye in. See what I'm saying? And then you color this in. So this is like a super, and then at the bottom you can just kind of do like this, right? You know, put some shadows or whatever, and then you can just put long eyelashes. Maybe I might put 3 eyelashes, right, to make it look long, and then I might put one here. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So that's like the Family Guy style. I like to use I've been actually using the Family Guy for a minute now, right? If you look here, any one of these situations, right? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to find American Dad. Let's just search circle style eyes, American Dad. Let me see. I don't know what else I could put to make it more specific, but I guess this is really all I need. Do they have any other kind of, let's see. Let's look up cartoon. Eyes. Okay, all right, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun with it today. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay. So here, you'll see like a lot of different eyes that are round in stature, right? Okay. And this is kind of how I like to think about the eyes. These all represent emotions, and really at the end of the day, what you're thinking about is what you want to feel about the character. So you don't have to draw these specific eyes because eyes change shapes too much for you to do that. Because if the moment that you change expression, the shape that you drew on the paper automatically becomes wrong. Does that make sense? You know? So you really don't want to do it that way. That's like a very self-defeating way, or you're putting an unrealistic amount of stress on yourself. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep going through here. We're gonna do some we're gonna keep doing these eyes, and then hopefully you'll get the point, right? That you don't have to do a whole bunch of complicated stuff to draw cartoons. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let's go to. We're not gonna cover all of it. Let's just go ahead and go to our next drawing here. I got a little black crayon in here. Maybe I'll just color it in for you. Maybe I'll just color it real light, real quick. That. Come back over here, and we'll just. Right, so I gave it like a little bit of a gradient. Then over here is where you put your curls and stuff. So you can see in the light part of your head. Right over there. You know what I'm saying? And then you just come back and you're gonna add little hairs on the end, like this. Right? And then she just got like a really cool little haircut, right? Okay, let's put that up right there. All right, let me see here. All right, let's go to our next drawing right quick. All right. Pretty easy for you guys, right? And we're practicing basic caricatures. Slow, basic. I want you to be able to draw with me today, all right? I don't want you to feel stressed out about anything, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, let's pick our next character. Let's pick her, okay? And then we'll do some guys here and some kids too. You know what? Tell you what. We'll go ahead. Oh, look at that cut. That's a nice cut. Like the way it is. Like the shapes. I like to have the shapes. Okay, so look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we always thinking, we're thinking of this. So what I'm doing is drawing this shape, and then I'm drawing this shape here, and then I'm gonna go 2, 3. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see? And then I put my sideburn and ear shape. Okay? All right, now let's do the, hey, Gordon, how are you today? Welcome, man. Okay, then we'll put our neck shape. That's my call sign. I like to do a lot of long necks on my picture. And then I'm going to do this hair. So a lot of, when you get to the hair, again, you need to make sides on your shape. So you need to kind of cut off the stuff that doesn't matter, right, to get to your hair shape. You get what I'm saying? Remember how I drew those pictures, how I colored this in, right? And none of this really matter. None of these little loose hairs matter. What matters is the raw shape underneath it. And in order to get the raw shape, you got to cut the ends off. So I might cut the ends off here, 1. Then I'll cut the ends off, 2. And then I'll cut the ends off, 3. So I got a 1, 2, 3. Now watch this. When I think about the raw shape, okay, watch. 1, right? 2, right? And then 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this shape right here is going all the way back here until I can cut into the head. You get what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I cut the head into shapes. And then once you have the big shape, then you come back and you add this, because if you don't do this, what you'll do is you'll be thinking that these little things right here constitute the shape of the head or the hair, and it just doesn't. You get what I mean? What happens again is you want to color it in a way. So let's just say we go back here and we'll color. And I like to use this is a regular crayon. So I like to use crayons to color my hair. So I'll just kind of use a light color all the way to the top. And my thing is to be able to see the layers underneath as I build on top of them. Okay, so this might be layer number 1, about as dark as I want to get. And so does it, as long as it's all kind of one little gradient or pattern, that's good. And then what I'll do is I'll come back again. And where do I want my light? Do I want my light up top? Do I want it side? Do I want it over here? You want to pick that. So let's just say I want my light source to be kind of at the top. So what that means is that I'm going to go here. Okay. And I just kind of color at the bottom of the head. Okay. And then I work my way up to where I want. So I'm going to go up. Right? Up. Right? And as I go up, you can see that I didn't go all the way to the edge. You see what I'm saying? Then I'll come back down to the bottom and I'll press a little bit harder. I always like to color on the side of my marker or my pen. So I'm just going to go like this a little bit more. Right? Because all of the other stuff in there doesn't really matter. Then you can just draw that. Now up here, that's when you start doing these shapes here and adding. Once you finish, it makes your hair just look more interesting when you do it like that. You add the hairs in, and so you don't have this big, huge gap between your hair color and the actual thing that you know what I'm saying? Okay, because then it'll think you'll in your mind you kind of think that you messed up, but you really did not. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Now what we're going to do is go to our features here. So I'm thinking I'm going to use a. You know what? I'm gonna go like this, one, and then I'm gonna do like this, two. Then I'm gonna go one. Then I'm gonna go two. And then I'm gonna go one. And then I'm gonna go two. You see the easy shape. Now this is not the Family Guy one. I should have did the Family Guy on you, but this one was still awesome. Okay, because drawing caricature is a lot about the spacing that you use, right? You see that? So that one looks good. Now we'll just go with a nose that sticks up. If I want to see the nostrils here, I can make a nostril underneath there like that. Okay, and then I'll just come in and keep my curve next to my nose before I go out. Okay, now this top lip is really just a. I like to think of him as. I like to think of lips as. Let me see what this might be like. Let me see. Let me think what I want to call this. Okay, it's basically the top lip is like a little mustache on this one, right? And then, okay, and the bottom one's like a little round shape like that. Okay, just like that. All right, and then we'll just color in our eyebrows. Okay, and if you want to add some hair going into the face from there, that's where you have the liberty to do that shape if you want to. Okay, add a little bit of shadow here, and we'll just you know, and then we'll come here again, right? You see how everything works out. At the end of the day, nobody really cares about all those crazy, crazy cartoons that people draw. If you want to draw crazy, crazy, you can. I can still draw crazy too with that, but I find that especially with ladies that they like to look nice. They like to look nice in their pictures, and they're going to pay you more when they look nice. They'll tip bigger. They're going, and the husband he just has to get on board with it. I'm just trying to give y'all some caricature game, huh? Hmm. I don't care how much guys get on the internet and talk about how sick and tired they are of the opposite sex. They're lying. They're just saying that because they're in their feelings for a minute. We do it all the time. It's a guy thing. But we really don't mean nothing by it. We're just a little nuts sometimes. You have to you have to exaggerate the nostrils. You're an artist, bro. Yeah, but see, the thing is, I ain't doing all that. I could do that. Let me see here, Gordon. Gordon wants to. Gordon, you want to do some. If y'all want to do some exaggerative type caricatures, you could do that too. Like I said, it's no big deal. Okay, like we can do. Let's see here. If I wanted to exaggerate, I don't know, that nose might not. I could do something like this. Look, look. Okay, remember we said we bring it and then we bring the nose, right? Uh, and then we just do like this. Uh, Like that, Gordon. You can do whatever you want. There you go. Some big nostrils right there, right? Yeah, you can go again from one extreme to the other. I wouldn't want to make the lips compete with each other here. So if I was to do something like that, I would, you know what I would do? I'd do it like this. Gosh, but that's such an ugly picture. Like I would never, ever draw this for a person and give it to them. I've been seeing guys do this in their caricatures, but I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? You could do this and then come back in here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was just messing with. I was just messing with you, but you understand what I mean. We got to keep it. We want to keep our pictures like, in the glamour zone. I'm a glamour shot caricature artist. So everybody got their own style. You got some people that got them. They got that crazy style. You know what I mean? They crazy. They just get out there. They just. I'm just gonna say this, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just glad there's no such thing as the caricature police, right? How many caricature artists would be in jail right now? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You've been charged with subsection 3, paragraph 4A, excessive lip expansion. Yes, and with and the punishment is we're confiscating your drawing board and your imagination for 6 months. Yeah, because you don't want to get into that, right? You can see here. Let me see. Let's do some more of these here, guys. We got these little circle eyes up here because we've been practicing the Family Dad joint. So if you guys want to practice with that, we're going to be doing them. I'm going to do more. I meant to do that in this one, but I didn't get to it, but I'll show you. Okay, so let's find another model. Let's go to a guy. Let's find some guys here, man. We got some guys down here. Oh, where are we going? We going kids, or we going guys, or we going animals? What we want to do? Yeah, animals. We can make cartoons out of animals too. There we go. Look at that guy. Look at that. Now this guy right here, I'm gonna tell you what he has. Are y'all ready? All right, wait, real quick. Don't forget, guys, you can take classes with me at rouserworld.com/classes. I am a professional caricature art teacher, so I teach you how to draw caricatures online. So you can take classes with me on Zoom. I'll teach you how to get your speed up. I'll teach you how to get your likenesses up. I'll teach you how to get in at places to be able to draw. I'll teach you what to say to them. Yeah, all of those things are covered in our class. So take a class with me at rouserworld.com/classes. Super awesome. All right, next is Patreon. We need your support, guys. I'm a teacher that doesn't get paid by the state. I don't get paid by, I get paid by you. So when you guys tip, that's how it works. When you tip and all that, then I can come back and I can make more content for you. So if you're enjoying this content, super awesome. Go over there, check out our Patreon page. And as a show of appreciation, on the side there, you'll see a lot of things about my personal life. I shared, took some time to make videos about personal life, things that I pay attention to, things that I do. All of these things that, to keep my life in balance so that my life on the drawing board stays in balance. You know what I mean? Because there's a life outside of drawing caricature that must be in balance in order for you to be effective when you do draw. So again, join me on Patreon, man. I love to have you guys there. And finally, guys, tips are appreciated. If you guys did not know, last week we were at an event and our tent broke, and we're gonna have the bill for that tent was about $900. Whoa, right? Okay, well we had people, so we're raising money for our tent. We got a tent fundraiser going on, right? I'll just put it right here. We'll just use this as our tent fundraiser, right? And help us replace our broken tent. I'm not gonna do it. If you want to do it, you're gonna do it. If you don't want to do it, you're not gonna do it. I don't need a fancy piece of paper to do it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? If you want to help, you got it. So $5, $10, whatever you want to donate, all helps. You can send it to $Rouser right? On Cash App. Okay, and I'll just I'll tell you what, I'll even put my little face here for you, and I'll do my eyes. Whoop, whoop, right? Watch my little mustache here, my big nose, big ears, right? And this is me pointing at these things here, telling you to help us with our thing here, okay? Help us with our, okay, okay, there we go. So thank you so much, guys, for helping out with that if you decide to. Okay? All right, so let's go back here to our lessons. Okay. Never know what you get until you ask, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now what kind of, now this guy, I love this because this guy has a classic, what you call plumber pipes. You don't know what that is, do you? Where have you guys been? Okay, let me show you. It's a me, Mario. Look. And then the water is going to flow here, and then it flows out like that. And then you have another pipe here, and it flows this. Yeah. Okay. And then if you add some eyes to the plumber pipes, you see plumber pipes, plumber pipes. Plumber pipes. See? See what I'm saying? Yeah. So the plumber pipes represent the shape of his head. His you get what I'm saying? The shape of his eyebrows. Those are plumber pipes. You see what I'm saying? Those are plumber pipes. But if you think of them like regular eyebrows, you're not gonna have a good day because you're not gonna be able to draw that. Especially if you don't know how to draw all the anatomical parts of it. It's not going to just be a convincing. It's better to just draw something that just kind of reminds you of it. All right. So plumber pipes are just what the eyebrows do like this. They plumb and pipe, and then underneath them they'll have a shape. So let's just say with this one, I might have a circle, okay, with an eye, right, and then a nose. These are the Family Guy eyes. You see what I'm saying? So you got plumbing pipes right here. These are the eye shapes, how they go, right? Come up with some real funny stuff when if you try, just look at it. Be like, oh man, you know what that looks like? And just go with what it looks like, and then you'll be fine. Okay. All right. So finally, we got. Let me see. What time? How long have I been here? Hour and 15 minutes. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do here. We are going to. Look at this. Ooh, that's awesome. Look. This is what you. Oh, I'm saving that. Wait, I'm so saving this. Hold on. I was looking for something. This where have you been all my life? Download. Okay. Nope. Let's go to another one because I know where there's one, there's always more. Once you click it, underneath it'll bring you more of them. Oh, snap. No way, man. Really? What about that? Okay, wait. Let's download that. Okay. Hold on. I think I got all of them. Okay, but let me go back over here. Look what I found. Okay, so these are like little expressions, right? See that expression right there? That could be me. You ready? I'm gonna watch this. Watch. So this looks like what I'm doing here is I'm drawing. Ooh, you know what I'm drawing? I'm drawing the little like the little the little. It's like a little foot pedal thing that does like this, and it's, you know, when you used to do them like this, but the fire will go out like it has like a little top and a bottom, and it has like an accordion type thing with some handles here and a little thing over here that blows some air out, and then you put pressure here, like here, and you squeeze it and it goes right like that. That's what I'm drawing right here. So now my hand knows what that is. I don't know how to draw eyes like that, but I could do that. Now, what's what I'll do here? I just take my nose, right? Okay, and then I use this mouth. Right? And I put my mustache. Right? You see? Okay, and then you'll have your let me see your brow shapes, whatever. So let's just say we got the plumbing brows, right? Look, it's plumbing, and then we just wrap around that, and then we wrap around this 2, and then we go 3, 4, right? And then I can put my ear shape here. Come over here. I'm back, right? So that could be me, right? That is my mustache, around some of the nose, right? Okay, real simple, right? Let me see here. That's funny. Gordon, I've been practicing holding hands holding a basketball, or hands in front, boxing or karate pose on, stretch out in front, but I'm not saying I'm trying to learn a hand holding. Yeah, a hand holding. Oh, yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, you just have to find different references online that'll help you to be able to see them or whatever. But you know what I mean. I'll go over that one time in a live stream too. But yeah, I get it. That's cool, Gordon. Super awesome. Right? And you can keep these next to your board. You can do anything you want, right? If I wanted to be this guy, right? Let's see. Let's say if we take a character, we can look like that. We can be like this. Boom, boom, right? Like that. Now watch. All we're doing is this. Watch. Right? Now. Right? And then you got this one right here. Right? And then you got this. Watch. Watch. Here. Yeah, then. You see? like that. Okay. You can do whatever you want. Give him some headphones if you want. We can give him a do like that. We don't have to, you know what I mean? We just wrap around the head. Give him a do. Give him some Beats headphones. No matter what we want to do. Yeah, yeah. This makes the caricature fun when you do little things like this. You know what I mean? You just gotta trust you gotta trust you eventually just trust yourself to go out and explore. You know, where you want to go to is out there where you haven't been at. If you wrap your mind around that for a second, where you want to go is somewhere you've never been, right? So in order to get there, that means that you could not have possibly done the activities necessary to get yourself to that point because that hasn't been achieved yet. So we have to do things that make ourselves uncomfortable, even in the process of drawing, where you're used. Because I've one thing that I've learned about drawing over the years is that it's all perception. It's all about perception. You get what I'm saying? If you can't see things from other perspectives, you're going to be a very one-dimensional artist. And that's a light. Let that sink in for a minute. If you're because art for me, it just kind of art for me just kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's not just drawing. I learned like life, like things about life from drawing. You get what I'm saying? And so again, when you are drawing, you're gonna have to go where you haven't gone before to get what you need. And it's okay to feel the fear. Feel it, embrace it, bring it on in, hug your fear. You know what I'm saying? And then let it be your friend. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to. You know what I had to do? I used to think I used to want to be like this. I'm gonna tell you what I used to want to be. Gosh, can I say this? Can I say this? Um, I used to want to be I wanted to be perceived as a tough guy at one time in my life. When I was younger, you know, I don't know if all guys have gone through that, but sometimes there's something inside of a guy that says, I want some respect, and I want it from everybody. When you walk out this room, I want respect. You know what I'm saying? So you start, there's this thing inside of us that says that. You know what I'm saying? And so I used to think like that, you know. And then one day it was like as I got older, I realized like something my mom told me was real true. She said all the people that are really, really, really bad, like I mean really like violent, and people are afraid of them. Those people, she told me, all those are dead or in the cemetery. They're in jail or they're dead. The ones that are still out here are trying. The ones that truly do. And then the Bible tells me don't envy angry people and all that kind. So I had to learn how to be okay with myself and go out there and do things outside of my comfort zone. Okay. Yes, yes, breaking it into parts. Yes. Oh, I'm glad, Gordon. Man, awesome, Gordon. Okay. Yeah, everything is about how you see it. It's all drawing is all perspective, man. Get what I'm saying? It's all about perspective. What do you see? Look at this. Look at this devious look right here. Man, I'll take this picture. Let me show you what I'll do. We'll just take a person. Let's have some fun. You guys ready? It's fun. Want some fun? It's fun. Mm, 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 mm. All right, let me find a picture here. Let's go back over to Pinterest here. Boom, 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 boom. Now look, let's take this guy. Look, let's take this. Let's take one of these people. It doesn't matter. Let's take let's take her. Is that big enough for you guys? Can you guys see that picture? Ooh, man. Okay. You know what? You know what? I get it. I see what's happening. Okay, here we go. So let's take this guy and do this with him. Oh, this lady, excuse me. Watch this. Because listen, when we start making different faces, our everything changes. Everything changes. Okay? Everything changes. I messed up there a little bit, but let's just do this real quick. Yeah. Everything kind of starts changing. And then what you do is you try to emulate what it is about the picture that you're drawing. You try to use the head shape, right? You try to use whatever. You know, this might be her eyebrows right here, because that's what's going on here, right? And then you got some eyelashes or whatever, right? But you can see that this is really, if you look at it, this is stepping outside of my comfort zone, because in my mind, I really don't want to do that, right? But I'm like, well, what would happen if, you get what I'm saying, I did this, or if I did that. You get what I'm saying? Right? So this is just to prove a point. In order to find what you're looking for, you're not there because you're too scared to try it. That's why you don't obtain most of the time, we don't obtain the things that we want because we just too scared to try. At the end of the day, we just, we don't want to try. Okay? So it's important that we try. You know what I mean? So let's go back to our Family Guy eyes. We're going to draw this lady right here. We're going to draw her in a dignified way. Right? Okay, here we go. Let's see. You know what? Tell you what we can do here. Look, watch this. I can teach you another way to draw it. This is a pencil. You see the lead down here? Can you see the pencil? Watch. Now watch this. You got to use what works for you, man. See that pencil? And then all I'll do is where the eraser is, I bring her hairline there. And then I just bring this over 1, 2. And then I just go from the edge of the pencil. This is where I begin to go down. 1, 2. And then I start going down here. You see? So this is I use pencils sometimes, right? Whatever shape I want to use. This could be my mouth shape here. Right? You know what I'm saying? See? Nose shape super small. Okay. And then we got this super short shape here. Boom. Right? Boom. And we got that. Right? Let's go with our Family Guys. So let's do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See? See? You see how it looks when you do Family Guy? Family Guy eyes, man. Straight up. Do it till you can, and then as you when you become comfortable with drawing those, then you will try other stuff because you're so confident with that. Try the easiest. Don't put too much pressure on yourself at the beginning to do things that you haven't tried. You know what I'm saying, but don't be afraid to take one step. You know what I mean? Kind of reminds me of a story of a man wanting to take a trip through the forest. And he's standing on the edge of the forest, and there's all kinds of danger that lurks within. He's talking to his confidant, his friend, and he's telling him, I can't go across this forest because inside of it lurks danger and all types of things I'm not ready to deal with at this point in my life. And then he looks back at his friend says, well, what do I do? He says, well, take the first step into the forest. See, once you pick that one foot up and you put your foot over that line into the forest, and then once you're there and you be like, okay, man, this ain't that bad. It's a couple of ants, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Okay, let me see what happens when I put my other foot in here. You get what I'm saying? This is how I discover these things about people's faces. I've discovered that we are not that different from one another. We just think we are. Ooh, man, we are not that different, dude. We all want to do the same. We all want the same things out of life, and we think we don't. At the end, yeah, you want not, well, maybe not the type of job. We're talking about fundamentally. We want a job. We want a way to make money, right? And we want people to hang around us. And some of us don't want anybody to hang around us at all, ever, 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 ever. But I very rarely seen that situation before. Generally, that's a person like that struggling with other things. You know what I mean? But anywho, okay, let's keep going, guys. And we got about maybe 5 more minutes of stream time, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Okay, guys. All right, so let's look at let's see what we got here. Let's try. Let's go over here. Let me see. Oh, look, she's pretty. Okay. Now he's like, well, how does that pencil thing work here? It's the same thing. Um, you know what I think? It's the same thing. No matter what I do, I just do this. Draw a short pencil, right? And however big I want my eraser, that's how big I'll make the eraser. So I'll make the eraser about. That's too big. I make the eraser about this big. Okay, so I got a pencil and an eraser. That's the forehead, right? And from there, we'll just start taking off. Dude. We go right here. You see the forehead shape? Like that. And then it just comes right back here. And then you look for the whole shape of all the hair. I like to look for big open shapes. I don't never draw hair with a stroke first because it makes my hair look too busy. You see how you make the hair? You make shapes of it like that. Right? Big shape of your hair and you fine. Okay? And then we'll just come back and we got these brows here, right? And then we're going to do some Family Guy type stuff. So we'll do like this. Boom, boom. Round eyes. And then we just kind of do them like this. All right, look. And now you got this eye. You know what I'm saying? And then you got that. And then you got this. You know what I'm saying? And then you got this. All right. Then you got this. And then you got that. See what I'm saying? Real simple. All right. Just speed. Just get a gesture in there. Just get that little speed, that little gesture. All right. Just seconds. That's all it takes. All right. Let's go ahead here. I'm learning something right now, guys. I'm learning something today. It's almost insane that I would not, I spent a lot of time trying. I did this too. I made a big mistake. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you, I made a big mistake. Um, Hold on, let me see. Hold on. And the mistake was, hold on, trying to be too analytical with my shapes. I'm drawing eyes like I actually did a class on this. I'm so embarrassed. So where you like, you just sitting there and you like looking for all of these perfect curves. And some people like to do that, but in caricature, you can do them, right? This is what I call. Sometimes I'll still mess with them, right? I just do like that, right? Right. But all of that is based off of this anyway. So if I'm drawing an eye that looks like this and I want to get an intensity to it, right? Get what I'm saying? Then when I come over here, what shape do I want to use? Well, eliminate this and that and just go straight for it. Look. And then you just put the top and bottom line. It's the same idea. It's just that this is super simple. You know what I mean? You don't have to really do anything to, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. And let's try this one right here. I don't know. This is a new one. I never tried to draw her before. Let's see. Okay, and this is gonna be my last one, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I feel everybody's at. I'm apparently at their barbecue. Not everybody. Obviously, we're here, but I might be doing this on a bad day, on a barbecue day. Yeah. Everybody's out barbecuing right now. Okay, so let's last drawing right here. Okay, so what do I see? What did I do last time? What was that? And do like this here. Look. Look. I don't know who is that down there. What is he doing? Yeah. And I might put some, I don't know, some trees maybe in the back here. All right, something like that. Okay, add some here. All right, you know what I'm saying? It's awesome. And everybody's just kind of hanging out here. She's just hanging out, doing something, right? Yeah. Ah, exactly. Okay, guys. So I think that's it for me today. I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. That's my normally scheduled stream time. So if you want to join me, you certainly can. I'd like to have you out. Don't forget, guys, tips are appreciated. If you feel like you benefited from the stream today, we can do classes are also available for you at browserworld.com/classes. So we have our classes right here. In fact, right now we have our summer sale. So we're doing a class bundle now. So it's 3 classes for $105 that you can get instead of you paying the $45 per class that it normally is. So we discounted them if you want to take classes in bundles. Okay, don't forget to check out our Patreon page, guys. And then finally, if you want to give toward our tent, remember we were telling you to help us repair our tent because we need to get another one. So we incurred, hold on a second, the bill there. And so this is what we're working toward right now. So if you guys use those super stickers, super chat, and Cash App, super awesome, guys, if you want to give toward that. Other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a blessed and awesome day. I'll hang out with you guys again in the near future. Thanks for drawing with me. You guys have a great evening.